Hey everybody, Why So Wookie here. In this week's episode of the Best of Game Pass, I'm going to go through some of the best shooters in the Game Pass service. Specifically, Gears of War 4, Metro Exodus, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. We're going to go through the best points of each game, and then finally, do they add a good amount of value to the service itself. Hope you enjoy the video. If you do, consider liking and subscribing. So, great thing about Gears of War 4 are as follows. It's got a great story that not only can you play in solo, you can also play in co-op, both couch co-op and online multiplayer. So if you're looking at doing a multiplayer experience with a friend, whether they're coming around to hang out or you want to go out online, Gears of War's got a good story for you. Secondly, got a good competitive multiplayer. Again, you can play on couch co-op or online with a multitude of different game modes from King of the Hill to War Mode, Team Deathmatch, and various others. It also has Horde Mode, which is essentially like a tower defense on steroids, where you build defenses, fight through different waves, and every 10 waves or so, there's a boss wave, which is very good. Adds a bit of strategy to it as well. As well as that, you have got interesting characters in the story mode. Guys you play as are all very unique. In this Gears of War game, though, Gears 4, there's no real standout bad guy like there is in the previous Gears games. In the previous ones, you had like Ram or Scourge or Khan, whereas in this one, it's just the Swarm. And obviously, this was setting up for a new trilogy. I still enjoyed the Gears campaign, even though it didn't have that one bad guy you was trying to take down. However, that would be an improvement, obviously, going into Gears 5 later this year, if they did have, a standout bad guy like that. Now, my recommendation for the Game Pass, should you download this game's a must download, especially if you're considering playing Gears 5. Then it gets you up to speed. If you're not going to have time to play this game, you're still going to play Gears 5. I'll link the video at the top where I go through the Gears of War story, so you won't feel like you're missing out on the story. So, Metro Exodus is a single-player, story-driven, first-person shooter. It's one of the best franchises in category. It employs both stealth mechanics as well as out-and-out gunfighting. It's set in a post-apocalyptic world in Russia, where you travel through the metro and many different types of mutants and opposing factions. This game would be really good if you're just after a single-player experience. There's no multiplayer component in this one. It's just a purely story-driven game. I'd highly recommend playing it with a headset because the directional sound in this game is fantastic, as well as the little sounds of monsters in the distance. Very good game. It's the third in the series. It's a good place to start because there is a catch-up thing at the beginning to let you know what's been going on. My recommendation for this game: would I download this game? I'd say yes. It's not a must download. If you're more of a competitive multiplayer shooter, then this probably isn't going to be the game for you. But for those people who are after a story experience, then it's going to be great. So, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, otherwise known as PUBG, is a first or third person shooter depending on the game mode you're playing, that's currently included in Xbox Game Pass. The average PUBG game goes as follows. You're in the plane, you jump out of the plane at your selected location, you loot for resources and ammo and guns, and then you head towards the centre of the ring, trying to avoid the blue, which if stayed in long enough will kill you, fighting players along the way and trying to defeat them. Then in the last couple of rings, you end up playing a bit more tactically to try and get that win. Now the reason that I like PUBG is because the rush that you get towards the end of the game when you're in the top 5, top 10, is like nothing you'll get in any other kind of multiplayer game that I've ever played before. As well as that, when you do get that win, when you get that chicken dinner, as they call it in PUBG, the sense of accomplishment that you have, and in the victory, is also unlike anything else that you get. If you're in a game of team deathmatch in Gears of War or Call of Duty, yeah, you've won. You might have won 10 others that day, or maybe more, and yeah, you've won, and you're happy about that. But the sense of accomplishment isn't that great because it happens so often. Whereas in PUBG, you can play for a good few hours. Some games can take 25, 30 minutes. and if you die, it's all over. You start again. So because of that, the sense of accomplishment that you get when you win is a lot higher, and it's a lot better. As well as that, the adrenaline, the rush that you get at the end of a PUBG game is also completely different to any other shooter that you'll play. And that's why I like PUBG. Would I recommend PUBG as a download for you through Game Pass? Absolutely. If uh, if you're after a single player experience, then it's pointless because it's multiplayer only. But if you're after a competitive multiplayer game that's challenging, and you're not necessarily going to win every time, or you know, win a lot necessarily each day. Sometimes you do if you're playing well. Then this is probably going to be a good shout for you. So finally, just going to go over the value of the games that were shown in this time's video, and how much of a value they add to the actual Game Pass Ultimate service itself. So you look at Gears of War, Metro Exodus, PUBG. They're all included in the $10.99 monthly subscription. I had a look on Amazon, and found how much it would be to buy them separately. Obviously, the prices were only correct at the time of making the video. But Gears of War, it's been out about 3 years now, just under a tenner. Not a bad price to pay, about the same price as the monthly subscription itself. Metro, that's a relatively new game, probably been out within the last 6 months. A pre-owned copy of that, £22.40. Not a bad price in general for that game, but again, double the price of the monthly subscription. And then PUBG, obviously you don't get a physical disc of that, you just get a download card, and that was $5.99. Now that's been out like a good while now, and again that's just included in the subscription as well. So the difference, obviously, $10.99 to $38.34. If you was going to play, I mean, I played through Gears 4 the other week, and I played through it in a week. Metro, I'm about halfway through that now, and I've played that for about a week as well. And then PUBG, obviously, that's just multiplayer, so you'd pick up and play whenever you fancied. So you would feasibly be able to play both Gears and Metro within a monthly period, and then PUBG, you can obviously continue with that afterwards if you want to. So obviously, in this instance, it would be better value for the players to just go for a Game Pass Ultimate, especially when they have the £1 upgrade deal at the minute, where you can actually get you pay £1 for a monthly Game Pass Ultimate. I already had both the subscriptions, so I just did the pound upgrade, so it made sense for me. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video of some of the best shooters in Xbox Game Pass. If you did enjoy it, consider giving a like and subscribing to the channel to see more.